As much as you have been dreading that family function, it is not your failure moment. It's your purpose platform. The dinner table where pass the bread can quickly become pass the pressure. You know what I'm talking about. Those well-meaning relationship status questions that can turn a celebration into an interrogation. I will never forget the Thanksgiving holiday. We were all gathered around the table at my mother's house, and my 5-year-old daughter blurts out, "My mom goes to the club all the time." Talk about awkward. Maybe you've experienced it. The comparison questions, the timeline asks, the setup suggestions. But here's what I want you to understand. Those holiday questions aren't meant to shake your foundation. Today, we're turning holiday pressure into kingdom positioning. We're going to break down what's really happening spiritually. By the end of this episode, you'll have exactly what you need to handle those questions with grace, maintain your peace, and honor both your boundaries and your bonds. It's your purpose platform. We're going to break down what's really happening spiritually. To handle those questions with grace, I'm Renitris L. Strong, and today on the Holiday Heart Protection Series, we're uncovering the truth about holiday healing and why what you have been taught just might be keeping you stuck. The holiday dinner table, where pass the bread quickly becomes, why are you still single? Today, we are creating your grace-filled responses. It's always the same questions. Still single? Remember Daryl? Why are you so picky? But what if those annoying family questions aren't about your relationship status? What about your relationship purpose? There are 3 types of family function pressure that can make you question your purpose. Number 1, the comparison trap. Look at your cousin. She's already married with kids. What are you waiting on? Number 2, the memory lane manipulation. Remember you and Daryl? You were so good together. Or even worse, they invited Daryl to dinner. And then there's that old ticking clock terror. You're not getting any younger. Every response is an opportunity to showcase your position. Surface pressure. Look at your cousin. She's already married with kids. Spiritually, the enemy uses comparison to question God's timing, to create doubt about your path. Here's a bit of kingdom truth. God's timing is individual. So we can't compare our cousin's timeline to our timeline. Your story is uniquely purposed, created just for you before the foundations of the earth. Before you were in your mother's womb, your story was already written. It is yours and yours alone. Comparisons, compromise, calling. So just what if you fed into that doubt about your cousin already being married with kids and decided that you were going to lower your standards and get back with an ex that you knew wasn't the right person? A momentary moment of weakness can cause you a lifetime of regret. And just like Jonah, you will be derailed in the belly of a whale in a marriage that you aren't supposed to be on, instead of on your way to do God's work. Number 2, the memory lane manipulation. Surface level. You and Daryl were so good together. The spiritual reality is the enemy uses nostalgia to romanticize the past, to question God's removal, or to tempt you to revive what God closed. Here's a few kingdom truths. God closes doors for protection. Past removal enables future provision. Nostalgia can blind new direction. You're not getting any younger. Spiritual reality. The enemy uses timing to create false urgency. There is no reason for you to rush to get married because you're not getting any younger and your cousin is already married with children. Women are having children well into their 40s now. The enemy also uses this tactic to make you question God's promises. And this also pushes you ahead of God's plan. You never want to be ahead of what God wants to do in your life. You want to be right in the center of his will. This is exactly why I created the Kingdom Pause Protocol. In our masterclass, it gives you exact responses to those kinds of inquiries. But let's continue with today's lesson. Introducing the Family Freedom Framework. Just remember free, F-R-E-E. Focus on purpose, respond with power, elevate the conversation, engage with vision. The first part of the framework is to focus on purpose. Instead of defending your position, direct attention to your purpose. Applying this practically will look like highlighting your current growth. Did you know that I just got a promotion at work? Sharing your ministry involvement and mentioning your spiritual goals. Try this. I'm actually working on and really intense on building my YouTube channel now. God is doing amazing things in the area of my emotional intelligence. I'm seeing some amazing opportunities as the singles ministry coordinator at my church. The R responds with power. Instead of responding from a place of defensiveness, position yourself in your power. Applying this practically looks like speaking with confidence and using positive language, sharing from strength and maintaining a peaceful tone. I'm positioned for God's timing. I'm celebrating growth in this season. I've chosen my purpose over pressure. Elevate is one of my favorite words. E is for elevate the conversation, and you're going to lift the conversation from pressure to purpose. Maybe you'll take somebody else along with you as you do it. Practical application of this concept looks like expressing gratitude for this season in your life, highlighting God's faithfulness, sharing some testimony moments, and redirecting to kingdom focus. Try this. Let me tell you what God is doing. I'm seeing his faithfulness in my finances. Can I tell you about my recent victory at work? The last E is about engaging with vision. So the core concept for this is to connect your current season with your future calling. Applying this practically, you're going to share your future goals, discuss preparation, and express excitement as you do it, and include others in your journey. Try these responses. I'm excited about my trip to Paris next year. God is showing me how to pray over my husband's heart to protect it in this world that we're living in. I'm preparing for a kingdom marriage. Any old relationship will not do. As much as you have been dreading that family function, it is not your failure moment. It's your purpose platform. Those well-meaning relationship status questions that can turn a celebration into an interrogation. Remember, those family questions are usually love expressed wrong. They're not a declaration of war. And you can honor both your position and your relationships. Tomorrow, in our implementation guide, we'll practice your free responses, create your peace protection plan, and build your celebration strategy. Remember, you're not just handling family pressure, you're highlighting your kingdom position. Every response is an opportunity to showcase your position. Your family function doesn't determine your kingdom function. You can honor both your boundaries and your bonds. I'll see you in the next video. See you tomorrow for your implementation guide.